Hey there everyone, I'm Michael. Hopefully it's recording this because I have no idea right now and I keep dropping. I have a messy desk. Anyways, you're looking at the new rewrite of Pong within ShiftOS Beta 2.7, which is going to be a huge release, celebrating, well, the end of the school year for me. So I'm going to be packing in a lot of features for this release. It'll be released sometime near the end of June. So, with the new Pong, we've basically rewritten the whole thing to be a lot more streamlined. Also, if you're wondering what's up with my skin, I am working on a Visual Studio skin. So yeah, that's happening. I'm just gonna move this terminal to the side here. Now what's this video about? Well, a few years back, Philip Adams, the original developer, okay, I can't talk today. Anyways, the original developer of ShiftOS, Philip Adams, he made a video just like this, where he played Pong, and he saw how far he could get in the game. It was a 0.0.5 or 0.0.6, I'm not sure, dev update video, and he was showing off Pong. And in it he tried to get as far as he could, and I do believe his record is level 7. However, since Pong has been rewritten with new mechanics and new behaviors as far as the AI and everything goes, I figured, I ignore the voices and stuff in the background. If you can hear that, that's because my window is open and there are people outside. Anyways, where was I? Okay, hey, with the new Pong, I figured, let's see how far I can get, and then, near the end, if I beat Phil's, we'll see how far you guys can get. If I beat Phil's, even if I don't, I want to see if you guys can beat me or Phil in Pong, and if you can, go ahead and record yourself doing it. So in case you do, record yourself playing Pong, and if you beat Philip or me, I want you to upload the recording to YouTube, and then post it on the forums in the ShiftOS videos section. That way everyone can see it, and I'll be watching them all, and not sure what the best one out of all of those will be given bragging rights. Anyways, let's get started with level 1, and we'll talk about some of the new things that have changed. So first things first, as you can probably tell, there is now an aiming mechanic when the ball hits a paddle. The ball will bounce in different directions based on where it hits your paddle, and how fast you hit it. Well, not really how fast you hit it. It's only really where you hit it. But like if I hit it near the corner there, you'll see that it goes up a steeper angle than when the AI hits it in the center, or with the center of their paddle. And speaking of AI, the AI has been improved as well, so that it uses a different tracking algorithm, a more failing tracking algorithm. Basically what happens is, to the AI, the ball is traveling at twice the speed. So once the ball hits the AI, or the fast-moving ball hits the AI, it stops moving, and it's limited as to how fast it can move. But when the ball hits it, it stops moving, and it gives you the illusion of it's trying to predict where the ball will go. Sometimes the ball fails, or sometimes, like then, it undershoots and misses the ball. Sometimes it'll overshoot. Sometimes will keep going as if the ball never hits it. Stuff like that, and well, it's pretty good AI. It's actually good, but it's easy to trick. That's all. and this gets pretty good because, well, yeah, with the aiming mechanic and the better AI code, it makes Pong a lot more natural to play than the old Pong, and I've already reached level 3. But other than that, it's mostly the same. Also, if you resize the window, the ball and the paddles will grow to compensate, or they'll shrink depending on how you resize the window. And that means that, oh, whoa, my mouse is a bit too sensitive for this. That means that when you're playing in full screen, the game will not be slower, or will not seem slower. It'll seem just as fast as when you're playing in windowed. So that's cool, and the AI won't have an advantage or anything. But yeah, that's some of the Pong mechanics that have been changed and added to ShiftOS Beta 2.7. Yeah. Other than that, it's mostly the same. There are a few bugs I have to fix, though. Specifically with the level complete mechanic, and that sometimes the AI doesn't hit the ball even. And that too. We'll give it another go, because that was by way of bug. What happens is, if you hit the ball a certain way, instead of it starting to move towards the AI, it bounces off your paddle towards your side of the screen, causing you to fail. And that's a bug. So we're not going to count that win. Anyways, so, let's talk about something else, shall we? Well, what's there to talk about? Well, Project Unite has been killed, so ShiftOS is no longer always online. You don't even need to be connected to the internet to play ShiftOS anymore. Even if the servers go down, you can still play ShiftOS. And there is also a sandbox mode, which will show off in the final dev update for Beta 2.7. I am currently in the sandbox mode right now, so none of the code points I'm earning actually mean anything. So basically you can have a separate save for your story and have a separate system for your sandbox, stuff like that, for development. And yeah, there's also a main menu in the game that starts up when you boot ShiftOS. Instead of going straight into story mode, that's where you choose between sandbox and campaign, the story mode, and where you can set things like audio volume, stuff like that, and what server you're connecting to, stuff like that. So pretty simple stuff. It's in a very primitive state, however, so unfortunately it's not going to look the greatest in Beta 2.7, but we can always change that. We can always shift it to be much better. And as for the skinning engine, I expect a huge update as far as multi-state skinning goes. If you don't know what no, damn, I lost. I'm going to continue on. I'm not going to stop until I have nothing to talk about. Multi-state skinning was actually in beta, or not, no, it was in 0.0.x, but never added back when 0.1.x came. Basically, it allowed you to have a idle, mouse over, and mouse down state for things like your close button, panel buttons, app launcher, images, stuff like that. And it worked for solid colors and images. We'll be bringing those back, and we'll also be bringing in a new feature that allows you to set an active and inactive color or image for the various window border elements, so your title bar, your title text, stuff like that. So yeah, and also we'll be making a lot of other changes to some of the legacy applications that were ported over to C# from Phil's 0.0.x codebase. These include ArtPad, What else is there? Pong was one of them. We may be bringing back null input as something else. Who knows? I'm actually not sure. Artpad, it is getting a rewrite. User interface revamp even. So it's going to be a lot less clunky. We're not sure what the design of Artpad will be, but it is getting a revamp in beta 2.7 because it's time that after all these years it finally gets a UI revamp to make it look better. And don't get me wrong, it looked good in 0.0.x, but with the current skin, or the default skin of ShiftOS 1.x, and the general user interface, it just doesn't really fit in the UI, so it needs a rewrite. That, and it's very glitchy from the C# port. We have encountered a bug, a very weird bug that has earned me some code points. Where if you beat the AI and then the level finishes, you earn the code points and the level still goes on as like a phantom level, sort of. So you can earn code points while the level is done, basically. And then you can cash out at any time. So that's a bug. I know how to fix that, though. So don't worry. It's not fixed in this build, that's all. But yeah, it's true, you can earn heaps of code points in Pong now. And it's more playable. Also, ShiftOS has been slightly fixed on Linux, and we have found another Pong bug, where it will basically do this for eternity. Yeah. Not sure why it does that, but at this point, we may as well have considered the fact that we have beaten Philip Adams. Not entirely sure where the ball is headed. Oh, it's fixed itself. It's fixed itself. Okay. That's good. That's good. I gotta focus here. I'm on level 4 and it's extremely fast. Yeah, did I mention these levels get extremely fast? You still do get to earn a lot of code points, though. I mean, I'm only on level 4 and I'm already over 1,000. Yeah, whoa, we've experienced the bug again! Oh no, it's fast! Ah, I lost. Okay, level 5. That's how far I've gotten. 2 levels away from Phil's, record. So, be sure to, well, no, not be sure to. I want to see if you guys can beat me and Phil. Well, if you can beat Phil, you've definitely beat me, because I cannot even get past level 5. That's because my mouse is a little too sensitive. Anyways, okay, I want to hear your guys' opinions on the new Pong. If you guys like it, any changes I can make, it'd be greatly appreciated to hear that. Anyways, I've got coding to do, and also studying for school exams, in a week. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry if this is not edited. My computer does not want to deal with that right now.